Hi everyone, it's Kai here. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're gonna be looking through the top 8 shell challenge submissions for hashtag simmerkhai 5k. It is basically a shell challenge that I hosted to celebrate 5,000 followers on Instagram. Thank you so much for those who participated, and let's just get to the video. So this first shell submission is by Sulsumeli. I believe she is one of my mutual followers. We follow each other and I think she's a pretty talented person. Her builds are minimalist and very nicely done. And I really like her submission for this shell challenge because, as you can see, it looks very pretty. I really like how the structure was decorated. She added like a balcony over here on the top, and I'm really surprised for the back part of this house because for the diagonal part she managed to hide it nicely. I really like how she did that, and overall I think it really looks nice because everything is neatly placed, and I think that is one of the great attributes of this house. It looks very nice. And let's see the floor plan. So for the ground floor, everything is really nicely arranged. I really like how she placed the stairs in here. For my personal try for this shell challenge, I couldn't really place a set of stairs anywhere, but I'm really surprised by how she managed to pull it off in this one because she placed this stairs that leads up to the bedroom, and she also included a walk-in wardrobe, which I never thought of. I really like the design of it. It really looks nice. I really like the color scheme. It looks very comforting, and at the same time it is also vibrant in terms of the color scheme. The dining room over here looks gorgeous. I really like how she placed the glass windows, make it look like it is very big in terms of the space. And I also really like the bathroom over here. I think it is a pretty unique idea to place a bathroom, especially in an area which is diagonal, as you can see over here, and I think she managed to pull it off for the bathroom. The kitchen is pretty cute too. I really like how simple it looks. It looks very minimalist. And I think that the color scheme of the whole build looks pretty cohesive with one another. And yeah, I chose this build to be in the top 8 because I really like how it looks. It looks very cozy and comfortable and just very nicely decorated. And yeah, I really like it. So for this second shell that is submitted, it is by Sophie Jangnam, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. They did a toddler play center, and I listed it in my top 8 because I really like the idea, and I've never come across among all the builds of anyone doing something related to toddlers, and I think it is a pretty hard to achieve subject, especially in building, because toddlers, you need a lot of space for the toddlers, and the stuff that comes with the toddler stuff bag is pretty huge. Like for example, this slide set over here is pretty huge and you would require a lot of space, but I think they really did this nicely. I really like the concept, and I think it is a very unique concept. It is a play center. I believe it's called Poki's Play Center. It's very cute name. And for the inside, I really like it because it looks very vibrant. I think it really suits personalities of children, whereby they have very cheerful personalities, and they should grow up, especially for Sims that are in households, they should have their children grow up in a very vibrant and just very nice environment. So I think the colors of this build contribute to that concept. And then on the top over here, I think is the kind of this rest area, whereby there is a toilet for a pink one and a blue one. I really like it, and I think that it makes a very good commercial lot to send your Sims kids to this play center. So yeah, I really like how it looks like, and I think it is a pretty unique idea. And she also pulled off this water slide placement because I never know how to like place these long humongous things. I think they're pretty suitable for this build, although I'm not so sure if like the terrain paint should be something over here. Maybe my game glitched, but I'm not so sure. But if you are Sophie Jangnam, please comment down below, like, should it have terrain? Because if it should, then it's probably missing from my game. But otherwise, I think it is a pretty doable build and I really like it. So for the next shell submission, it is by LizChill122. Wait, it's by LizChill22. I think her Instagram handle is SimsLish. I think she is my friend also. I am bad with usernames, but yeah, I really like her build. It looks very nice, and I think the default world should have been like Windenburg. I think she built this house in Windenburg, but for illustration and visual purposes, I just placed every build that was submitted on the same lot, so I don't have to switch worlds or anything like that. But this is a red brick house, and it is very beautiful. I chose this to be in my top 8. I really like the color scheme that she used for the exterior, and as you can see, the landscaping is pretty gorgeous. I think it is pretty nicely placed, and I really like how they placed this bicycle over here. It looks very like candid. And also the consistency of the landscaping items, such as these hydrangea flowers. These flowers are from, I think, backyard. I'm not so sure, but I really like the decoration of the exterior. And for the back part of the house where the garden is, I really like how she extended it a bit by placing a balcony. I really like how she used the balcony, or like the extra flooring tool, to make the house look more complete. I think it is a very pretty house. And I really like the combination of brick with Tudor wallpaper. Together they look very nicely and cozy done. And over here, I think it is a functional swimming pool or lake, and I'm not so sure if lakes are your Sims can swim in them in terms of gameplay, but I really like the concept. I think it looks very nice. It looks as though if like this lake over here is a natural lake, and then the house renovation, they pretty much like built the house around the lake, if that's how I envision it, and if that makes sense. But I really like the roofing as well. It is a pretty neat roofing. I really like how it turned out. And let's move on to the interior. For the interior, overall, I think the color scheme, there is a mixture, I think, of color scheme. For example, over here is like a blue and minty color, and then we move on to the kitchen where it is kind of this like muted red and like beige colors. So there is a variety of color scheme going on over in this house, but I think it's pretty nice. I really like it because it looks super cozy, and I really like how they place these two tables, which are one of my favorite techniques in building actually. It makes as though it looks like this comes in a set but it's just the repeating like coffee table, and they sized it down, and I really like it. It really looks nice. And then we move on to the second floor, which is going to be the bedroom. The bedroom looks much like cottagey, I believe. I really like how there is this lamp over here that is from the paranormal stuff bag. Yeah, I rarely use this lamp, but I think they really pulled it off because of the design. I think the lamp looks pretty blended well with the wallpaper as well, and I also like how they use this wallpaper with another plain wallpaper and just decorated the surrounding areas, and also included this balcony. Like I said, I really think it is a good idea. Overall, I think the concept is pretty nice and cozy looking. And I've seen this a lot by other simmers, of course, but I think this one really stands out also because like I myself don't even think like how to decorate it and how to combine like brick wallpaper with Tudor wallpapers, and I think that's pretty awesome by Simslish. So congratulations Simlish on being in the top 8, and keep thriving. So for this next shell submission is by Simply Sim Home. This attracted me, this is one of the builds that attracted me the most because I really appreciate or like value how they decorated the exterior. And it's a pretty good use of foundation tool over here, as you can see, and also they included these debug items which make the house look even more nicer. I really like how it is surrounded by trees and stuff, and I really like how they included every detail. And like this particular area over here is a combined table for like many sims. That is like 12 sims. I think there are 3 chairs each, so like there are 12 sims over there. It's a pretty big like dining space, and like I really also like how they use this one. I think though this is using the tool mod, but either way, like I'm pretty sure a lot of people like didn't really read through the rules, but yeah, I think this can be excused for the tool mod and also other people who have done with the tool mod. I actually included the tool mod rule not to use it so that it will be fair for others who don't like use the tool mod, but yeah, either way I think it works fine because it is just a challenge for fun. But anyways, yeah, this build stood out because I really like how they utilized the platform tool, and also they included a lot of details I really like. And I also really like the structure of the house. I couldn't really tell from the beginning, like I couldn't really tell that it was my own shell, but yeah, I think they decorated it really nicely on the exterior, and I really like how they use these windows and sliding doors that make the house look more modernized. And also they included this like see-through roofing, and also gravel roofing. I've never done this before, but yeah, I think it really looks nice. But let's move on to the interior to see how it looks like. So for the ground floor, they included a lot of details, as you can see. When I was browsing through this shell in particular, I was thinking like, how can the sim, like, I don't think the sim can go through here, if you know what I mean, because it's like kind of blocked. But I figured like since there are 2 doors, then it should be functional. But this challenge doesn't really like take into account of functionality. It's just like how you want to decorate it is up to you. But I really like how it looks like in terms of the interior as well. I think it's pretty well decorated. As you can see, the kitchen is really nice. I think the brightness of the screen is due to my reshade preset, but yeah, otherwise I think it really looks nice, and I think it looks a pretty good home for like a modern home. And I really also like how they place these kind of sliding glass panels, I guess. They look like they are like that window or that door from the industrial loft kit, which is this one. Wait, let me show you guys. I think something like this they wanted to include, but they did their own thing. I really like how they did that. It really looks nice and it really looks natural as well. And then we move on to the top floor, which is going to be the bedroom. I really like how they decorated this bedroom in particular, because they used this shelving unit that is from, oh wait, it's a chimney. Wow, that is very creative. So they incorporated this chimney, sized it up, and made it like a shelving unit. That's pretty cool in my opinion. And also I really like how just the design looks like. I think the additional mirrors over here make the space look even bigger. So yeah, I think this is a pretty good build, even though they use the tool mod. But yeah, I really like it because it looks very nice. So congratulations to Simply Sim Home for being in the top 8 out of 16 people. Yeah, so we move on to the next shell submission. So for this shell submission, it is by Johanna Sims. She's one of my friends, and her submission in particular was supposed to be in Dorada, if I believe that's the name. That is the Jungle Adventure Pack world. But I placed it on this lot, like I said, just because I wanted everything to be consistent. But in terms of the decoration, I really like how detailed it is. Through the gallery download pictures, I thought that these trees were belonging to that world, but it seems like Johanna included them manually. And I really like how she included every detail, and that's very hardworking. I myself don't really do that, especially like trying to blend in the house with the rest of the environment. I just usually place like landscaping objects, but I never thought of doing something like this. They included a lot of landscaping items that I believe are debug items as well from the Jungle Adventure Pack. But this is called Jungle Getaway. I believe it is a house or getaway for 2 Sims, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, 2 Sims. And I really like it, so I included in the top 8 of my list. And it also has a cute pool over here with an outdoor lounge area. Yeah, I really like it. It really looks nice and really nicely decorated, and I really like the color scheme as well because it really looks exotic and tropical. And I really love how decorated it is with this crawling flowers that are from the Jungle Adventure Pack. And I really love how they included every detail because this cracked wall over here is a decoration. And it really brings out the personality of this build more, even though it looks simple, but I think the details matter. And then I believe over here is going to be the front entrance, and they use the tropical thatch roofing from the Island Living Pack, which makes sense because it is a tropical build. And yeah, I really like how the exterior was decorated. It really looks very detailed. But let's move into the interior to see what it looks like. So for the interior, it really looks cozy. I really love how this wallpaper suits the furniture in this build, and I really like the color scheme. It really looks cohesive and consistent throughout the whole build, I believe. I'm not so sure if something's missing over here, but Johanna, please let me know if something is. I believe it is my game if it's missing, because it looks incomplete here. I'm pretty sure you included something in there, but let me know if you actually put something in here, because I think my game glitches a lot, so I cannot properly see. But other than that, the thing I like the most about this house for the interior is the bathroom, because it is an open floor concept bathroom. I really like it. I think it really looks nice, although I think the tiles are missing over here or not. I'm not so sure, but please, Joanna, please let me know. But otherwise, the decoration is pretty nice. I really like how the decoration in the house is consistent with also the exterior of the build if you were to place it in Dorada. And then on the upper floor, we're going to see the bedroom, and they use this ladder over here, yes, next to the living room. So this ladder brings us up to the bedroom, and I also really like how she uses this, I think it's called parquet, yeah, parquet flooring. I rarely use this tile, but I think Joanna really pulled it off in this build, because to me this tile is like, I don't know how to use it in most of my builds, but yeah, I believe she did a good job in here, and I really like how the colors are like blending with one another even though they're just one color. It looks like there are a variety of colors, and they are distributed along different items from different packs, and that's pretty creative in my opinion. So congratulations Johanna for making it in the top 8, and yeah, keep thriving. So this next shell is by the talented Sim Smyrna. As you can see, It is very, very beautiful. I really love this, so I had to include it in my top 8. And I believe this build was supposed to be placed in Windenburg because it is called a forest cabin. Yes, forest cabin. And you can definitely see, like, even if we haven't toured the inside yet, you can definitely see the immaculate details for the exterior. So I had to include it in the top 8. It is a very eye-catching build, and I think it is very, very nice. And I really love how also they made this cabin to be like built on a lake. I really love that concept. It really connects the house to nature. And I also really love how they included a lot of like landscaping items and debug objects, like this one that is from the seasons pack. It's not a debug, but yeah, it is very, very nice, and I really like the aesthetics. And I believe they did a good job decorating it with the balconies and porches, and also the color scheme looks very, very nice too because it's a wood tone color scheme. And I rarely use this wallpaper. I don't really like it, but somehow for this build it really looks amazing in my opinion. But let's move on to the interior. For the ground floor, it is a pretty wooden color scheme, but I really like the aesthetics of it, so I had to include it in my top 8 because of the inside as well. I rarely pull off I don't really know how to use like dark colors within a build, but I believe Simmerkhai did a really, really good job in this one. I really love how she decorated it and also made the whole interior wallpaper this type of wallpaper, which is the Craftsman stone wall. I don't really use it, but I really think that they did a good job with the interior over here. But let's look at the floor plan. Over here is going to be the bathroom. This here, I believe, the kitchen. This is where the living room is, and this is just a hallway place. I really like how everything's blended together in terms of the spacing because you cannot really see any awkward spaces left behind. Everything is pretty much nicely decorated in the corners and stuff. And over here, I believe, is just a lounge area with like a couple of chairs and also a barbecuer. But the Sims have to access the top floor using this exterior over here. So let's look at the top floor, and we have the bedroom. The bedroom, I think, is really nicely decorated. It has like both glass doors on either side of the entrances. It is a really, really nice build. So yeah, congratulations to Simmerkhai for making it in the top 8. This is a pretty nice build in my opinion. Yeah, you guys should definitely check her account out for more builds. So we move on to the next build, which is by my friend Hutch Place. This is a pretty nice build, so I decided to include it in my top 8. I really love the color scheme because I really love pink and I cannot stand not seeing pink. I really love it. It's really nicely decorated, and I really like how Hutch basically turned the top floor of this area with a balcony or porch area with some lounge chairs. It's really nicely done in my opinion. I really like it, and I believe this is a outdoor area. How did they do this? This is pretty interesting. I think Hutch used the foundation tool. Oh yeah, they just basically surrounded this area with fences. I really love it. I really love how Hutch decorated it, and I really like how this tiling in particular suits the concept of this build because this is supposed to be in Tartosa. Tartosa is the world that came with the My Wedding Stories pack, if you didn't know, and she built a newlyweds rental home. I believe this is a perfect getaway for a couple of newlyweds. I intentionally included this awkward space over here to see what you guys could come up with. There is like an overhead over here. I think she did a pretty good job decorating it in terms of the exterior. I really like the vibe of it. It really looks nice, and I think it really looks romantic also for a couple of newlyweds that are searching for a getaway. And then we move on to the interior of the build, and we will start off with the kitchen. So the kitchen, as you can see, is pretty nicely decorated. I really love it. It looks very calming and also minimalist, which I like. And we have this dining area over here, which used the set that is from the Island Living pack. And I think the color scheme that is going on over here is overall like wood tones, very vibrant wood tones that are close to pink. And I really like how she decorated it in particular, and I think it's pretty nicely decorated because there aren't any like awkward spaces on the inside, particularly in this area. She placed a bar, although I think it could have been decorated with some bar stools, but either way I think that's perfect either way. And for the top floor, she used a ladder, in which I think a lot of people submitted their shells using ladders. Only a few of you like submitted using stairs, like Susumeli. But yeah, I think the bedroom is the like it is the selling point, or like the most attractive part of the build for me. I really like how it has an open concept whereby she used these arches that are from the Jungle Adventure pack. Yes, it is an open air bedroom. I really like it, and I think it would be a perfect getaway home in Tartosa. And although it looks pretty like islandic because of the items that she used that are from the Island Living pack, I think it looks pretty cohesive in Tartosa as well. So congratulations Hutch Place for making it in the top 8, and yeah, keep creating more and more beautiful content. So this is going to be the last review of the final participant who made it in the top 8, and also is the winner of the simmerkhai 5K challenge. It is a build by Fruity Simi, who I've never known before, and they built a pancakes and ice cream shop. This is the one build that attracted my eyes the most. I couldn't really like figure out why, but as you can see, it is very heavily decorated with a lot of vibrant colors, and it makes me like happy in a way because of the colors that they used. And it is a pretty nice build. I chose this to be the winner because they included a lot of details, and I couldn't even picture myself building this. I believe this requires a lot of patience and a lot of like, you know, just patience. But yeah, congratulations to Fruity Simi for winning the simmerkhai 5K challenge. And I really like it. I really like the color scheme, even though it's like very colorful. I believe that everything looks very blended with one another, and I really like how they included this small parking lot over here with a small beetle car. It really looks nice. And they also did this outdoor sitting area for this cafe. And for the back part, I believe this is the back part, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the back part of the build where there are more sitting areas and also this huge sand play area for toddlers. It is a pretty amazing build if you ask me, and it's very detailed. I really like it. And they also included this rainbow topper, which is from the DHD pack. I believe they sized it up. It is a very creative idea in my opinion. But let's move on to the interior. So for the ground floor, as you can see, it's very colorful, but I really like it. I think it is very attracting to me. And over here is going to be where the ice cream bar is. I pretty appreciate the patience that they have to include like these debug ice cream that I think are from base game or like the ice cream pack. I'm not so sure what it's called, the ice cream pack. But yeah, this is a build or a cafe that I would want to go in real life because it really makes me happy. They also included a couple of vending machines here from the Snowy Escape pack, which I think are the perfect example of what a cafe is supposed to be like. Even though a lot of like private cafes don't really have vending machines, it would be nice for them to include vending machines, in my opinion. I really love how they included every detail that they put in. And over here, I believe there's a chair missing here. I'm not so sure, but yeah, it is very nicely decorated, as you can see. I think if it was taken as a screenshot, it would be very, very nice. And in the middle here are a couple of ladders that lead up to the second floor. But over here, I believe, is another play area for toddlers. And I couldn't imagine me doing this, because this is a pretty unique idea, in my opinion, to build a cafe where they can also have a toddler section for Sims who have kids to go and like enjoy family time. And then for the second floor, it is just a bathroom and also this double what is it called, like they smashed this floor to make it look like it's a tall floor. But I think it would have been better, Fruity Simmy, if you included like glass fences over here to make it look like you can see over the area over here. And then this part is just a lounge area that leads to the outdoor area, which is the porch, which is very, very nicely decorated. And I really love how they included, I really love how they made it eco, because as you can see, there is a turbine over here and also some solar panels which are pink. That's pretty cute. But I really, really like how they included like a couple of large ice creams as well. And this is the build that I think is the greatest among the submissions. So congratulations, Fruity Simmy, for winning the simmerkhai 5K challenge and being in the top 8. Unfortunately though, I don't really have a prize for you. I'm so sorry about that, but I really appreciate your submission. It really looks nice, and yeah, keep thriving. And that, everyone, concludes our shell tour video for this challenge. I hope you had fun touring the shells with me, even though I ran out of breath because my voice sounds a little bit raspy right now. I'm sorry for that. But anyways, if you like the shells that are submitted and you want to download them, I'll be sure to link down there in the description box down below. If you want to check out other builds by other simmers that are submitted, check out the hashtag simmerkhai5k in Instagram, and also you can find it in the gallery if you want to. If you want the tray files for each of them, I believe I cannot do that because it's not my build, but you can reach out to the respective builders if you want their tray files for that. I'm pretty sure they would be happy to give you them. But anyways, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, even though it's a bit like stuttering and stuff like that. But otherwise, I really hope that you guys will like this video, and I hope to talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!